Hey guys, welcome back to the Disciples YouTube channel. Here we have Alexander Moffatt with his top 32 YCS Milan combo video with the Pendulum FTK strategy.
Yeah, so we're just going to go through a few hands, and hopefully there will be FTK hands because not all of them are. I'd say about 60% of the hands can get to FTK interrupted. If you do get interrupted, or if you can't get there, you still end on like the fat 5 negate board, I'd say. Whatever, yeah. So yeah, it's just getting to the hands. Okay, so we're shuffling up. If you want to cut, it's pretty we haven't stacked. So we have the hand. Nice, ain't it? So yeah. Alright, so we're shuffling up. Thanks, Sam. Cut the deck.
My children.
And draw the hand. So we have an attempt at FTK, so let's just go for it. Let's just hope the Desires power gets us there. So we'll do the 7th first and go straight into Desires. If we banish Ravine or Destrudo or both Jackals, this is kind of peak. Just hope we don't do that. So we drew the nuts, as long as we don't banish. And we didn't banish any, so that's great. So this is on 1 counter now. Should have put the dice earlier.
Nice one.
You need to have tons of dice for this FTK, otherwise you're going to be screwed. So we've got 1 counter on the 7. That's a good start. We have an extender. We have the Jackal in hand. Right. Yeah. So we want to get out an extender, so we have the 3 monsters, so the Jackal and then 2 for Electromite. We didn't banish the Time Gazer either, so that's really good because Chronograph is the best high scale. So at this point, there's slight conflict because you wouldn't want to, you want to do this, but you also want to do this first, so you're going to waste a counter, but I'm just going to go for this way anyways. This goes to 2. Summon this here. Actually, it will be even more problematic. So
you could tribute summon Jackal.
You could tribute summon Jackal. But then you'd need another. We could do that play. There's like loads of different ways you can get there. But that's kind of risky because you're investing too much of your hand in early game. So I'm going to be kind of greedy. Do this first. This goes to 3, so we can basically use this after we summon the Jackal. So let me do this here. I normally put this here actually. The way I do it is I put the Jackal. I always summon my Electrums here, so I put the Jackal like as way as from that as possible really. So they both go to 1. So what I want to do now is I want to do this, because if we draw a card of Electromite, we might want to search of this. We can keep this for after, and as well we'd rather use this after this goes back in the scale that we'll add back.
And Jackal's on 3.
This goes to 3 because you need to do the other spell, so we link away these 2 and Jackal is still able to negate something. Summon the Electromite. So for the FTK, what we really need is a Dark Worm, so that's quite an obvious send here, but we pretty much have all the components. This can be the level 3 after we summon, and then we'll have the other level 4 to summon here. Any level that's not 7 or higher. But yeah, Dark Worm is the obvious send here. So Dark Worm will go to our extra deck. This is our extra deck over here. And then we will use, we want to keep this for FTK, so Electromite will target this to add back the 7, because this will be able to give us more spell counters.
Yep.
Then we'll draw 1. It's probably one of the worst draws, but it basically, what it would do now is it would just act as another scale to activate for a spell counter after Chronograph summons Time Gazer. So we'll activate this because we want a scale that does have counters.
Then that goes up to 5.
It goes to 5. Then we'll do this now. This will go to 1.
Do you not want to do it after you summon Jackal?
No, because you need another monster to summon here.
Okay.
So this will go to 7. And then what we add here really doesn't matter.
Do you not make it go up to 8 and then put, because you're putting 2 or 8? I don't know, I'm super.
How much did I put on here?
So you put 2 on that, yeah, so that goes up to 8.
Yeah. This is on 8. So we're at some good numbers now, I'd say. Because we've got a guaranteed scale after Corona and we've got the Ravine to search.
Yeah.
So I think we can be like extra careful and play around in permanents here. No, it doesn't really, literally doesn't matter. So literally whatever we add here doesn't matter. So I'm just going to do this anyway, just in case something happens, because it's in the gate. And now we'll Pendulum Summon. So we have a really good hand where we can Pendulum Summon the Jackal. And it was an 8, or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an 8.
And then this goes here. This is the one we don't care about. This is the triple burst fuel, and then the dark worm in the usual place, and then the the level 6 or lower monster. So we're pretty much set up. This will be an FTK hand. This is like a bonus. Normally you wouldn't have another jackal to put spell counters on, but because we have a level 3 we can summon from our scale, we do have this. So just to remind everyone, this is the components we need: jackal with counters, dark worm, random monster, level 6 or lower monster, and this would normally be the level 3, but we have a level 3 to summon off here. This is like an ideal hand. So sorry, not yet. We'll go for LP, so standard guard dragon stuff, and then into triple burst. And then we'll use the LP to summon the Destrudo.
Yeah.
And then we will link, it doesn't really matter which way you go about this, into the Romulus. Where are you hiding? Romulus will add us our Ravine. So we have these two here, 2 spells to activate, so that's going to be 5 counters each, which is crazy. Normally it would just be 3 because you don't have the luxury of the second jackal. And then link these 2 into the seal. Remember, it's not important for the seal to be here. It's just link 2 that was a dragon. It doesn't provide any utility apart from if you don't happen to have the FTK, it's an interrupt for next turn. Then we use our Destrudo targeting our level 6 or lower. So we will then Synchro 7 for Riser Dragon. Riser Dragon effect will send the level 4 monster, preferably a Dark Worm for the Agave Dragon bonus. And then we will use the level 3, so we need to destroy the chronograph. Summon the Time Gazer. So now we have our Tempest Magician, so Synchro 7. So Tempest Magician effect will kick in on summon, adding us 1 counter. So now we have at the moment 10 counters, so we need 5 or 6 more.
Yep.
So we've got the 2 spells. Like I said, in this scenario, they give us 5 counters each, but usually it's free. So say we didn't have the jackal, we have 10. This would give us 16 anyway, so it's even FTK without this. But activating this and this gives 5 on each jackal. Sorry, 4 on each jackal.
That's on
3
6.
to hit.
Yes, that was on 6.
And this is on 4. Either way, it's quite hard with this bed, but this is 12, 16, 17, 20 counters. And then you Tempest Magician effect, remove 16. Let's say we only remove 15. So we've dealt 7/5 damage. So you just link 4 for Agave Dragon. Agave Dragon effect, burn for 100 for each dragon in your graveyard. So we should have 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be game. So that's the standard combo.
Broken.
I'd say it was a fairly good hand. Like I said, getting 2 jackals out and having a level 3 is quite rare. It very rarely happens. I don't think it ever did it without. It's normally just the 1, but you don't really need that most of the time. It's just an extra security, and that's it. So
Yeah.
that's how you perform the Pendulum FTK. So you don't have to worry about Dark Rule No More and Super Poly and all that
Pancratops.
annoying crap.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the combo. Hope you guys can FTK everyone at locals, regional, ICSs, and probably get Tempest Magician banned because it probably shouldn't be a card with,
Wherever it
especially
is.
with the new Endy Mine.
Endy Mine, yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and see you soon.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And
Why not? And also, if you want to see the full profile, all the cards in this 48 card mess, check out the profile on Lithium's channel, which we'll link in the description below.
yeah, thank you.
Cheers.